Okay guys, I think I might have shut off my video, but so far I've cut one line and I'm going to go back to cut the other. Here's my first line, and I decided I wanted to go out a little bit farther than the original line that I cut, and I think that'll help bolts fit in a little bit better. Anyways, here's the second cut. Love the laser level on this thing. I mean, you see the laser. Pretty cool. Get rid of that piece. Let's see how our plate fits on there. I think that's just about beautiful, don't you? I can reach under, and I got enough room, I suspect, for bolts on both sides and everything. Now I gotta go underneath my building and take out that insulation. I might not do that just yet. I might wait to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna pause it, roll myself a smoke, and have a couple sips of beer, listen to a song. Peace. Alright, I'm back. This is the next step. I'm going to be drilling holes into the fuel tank itself for mounting outside of my house. I don't want my fuel inside my house. I'm going to build a box around it out of foam to make it so, well, pretty much so if it gets below 10 degrees outside, which it, negative 10 or whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, that diesel freezes at. I'll figure that out, and I'll do another video on it. But if it gets below that temperature, I want my fuel not to freeze. I don't want to have to buy additive and all that shit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hitch up my drill. I'm going to be drilling holes in it, and I'll show you that process. Alright, people, ladies and gentlemen, because I know there's more than just men that do tiny homing nowadays, and I'm not sexist by no means. This isn't a joint, by the way. I do smoke pot, not while I'm working. I wouldn't be able to think. So, anyways. What I have set up today to do these holes for all of this projects, showed you the hole saw already. This is a taper bit or a step bit. It's got all the markings on the side of it. I'll show you that now. My favorite choice of tool is DeWalt. They're a little bit cheaper, but they're better than Ryobi. You'll never see a Ryobi in my house. Unless I'm doing something real cheap and I need a tool real fast. So on this bit, somewhere, is the markings right here. See? And those are stepped down by 1/8 or 1/16, I think. But anyways, we're going to be drilling holes through here on the fuel tank itself. And you got to be very careful while doing this so you don't damage the tank, because you don't want to have to buy another tank. Inside of the tank, there's these holes where you're going to put a washer and everything, and you're going to mount it to what you're mounting it to. And inside the tank is another part. Now, I don't know why they put it in the tank and not inside the parts bag itself. But that's how they do it. These Chinese are tricky. So No offense against anybody that's Chinese American or anything like that, but you know, the companies that build these things cut corners. As soon as the patent ran out for the Webasto heater, they cut as many corners as they could, as many costs as they could. And, you know, thank God they did, because I'll never be able to afford a Webasto right now. They're like $18.50 in US dollars. This was, you know, with a 4-year protection plan off Amazon, like, you know, $170. So, well worth the money. If it burns out in a year, I'll have that money again. So, without great ado, let's get these holes drilled. Like I said, very careful, low speed. We're just tapping tiny holes where it's pretty much a punch-out system. I'm only using the drill because I have it. Do not push too hard or you will drill through your tank, you will lose fuel, and there will be problems. All 4 holes have been drilled. Nice, nice. Very great. I'm going to pause it now. Alright people, we are going to be mounting the frame, well, the mounting plate to the body of the heater itself right now. They give you a bunch of different options for this, and I think they give you extra mounting pins. I'll show you those now. Right here, these are pins. I pre-put on the screws idiotically. I should have, the bolts, nuts. I'll take those off now. Now, I think there is 2 reasons why they gave you extra posts. These are the posts. I think that's in case you want to post through these holes into your van floor. I'm just going to hitch mine down with self-tapping screws right here. These things, I think these things actually unscrew. When you take the rubber gasket out, you can see a spot on there where they would unscrew from the unit itself. What I'm doing is just blowing off the dust real quick. So, place that down over your unit. Everything else that goes on should be able to go on afterwards without that. What I did was I hitched up a 10 millimeter, let's see, yep, size 10, and I believe that's either a 10 millimeter socket to my drill. And I turned down the speed from the drill setting because my father's using the ratcheting drill bit right now. And we'll drill those down on there. Turn down the speed so when it over tights too much, it'll give me a click. Now, like that. Just a little click. Let me get the rest of the bolts. I'm going to start these and then I'll show you the video of me screwing them down. Just easier that way. Okay. And I'm going to turn it up 1 speed and give it a little bit more tightening. You do not want to over tighten these. Hold on. You don't want to over tighten these, ladies and gentlemen, because if you do, you will damage your engine block. Okay? So let's move on to the next step. I got to cut some tubing. So I got to go down to my dad's house and get a knife to do that and a tubing cutter. I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, and I brought this tool with me from my dad's. This is a tubing cutter for a PEX tubing system, which I did all of my plumbing with. It should cut everything straight across and have no problems. If not, I always got a razor knife, you know. Alright, so around, pause it, and consult the owner's manual real quick.